Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a chit-chat get ready with me. And I have a new palette that I'm going to be featuring in today's look. I hadn't previously swatched it, done nothing to it, anything. So this is all going to be my first thoughts on this palette. This is the look that we're going to be creating. This is the palette that we're going to be using. You've already seen it in the thumbnail of a new lipstick I'm going to be using. And then the rest is just all old good stuff. So if you enjoyed this video while you're watching, please give it a like. It helps my channel grow. And leave me a comment below because I'm going to be chatting about a lot of different types of things. And I love when you guys leave me comments. Leave me a comment if you haven't. Like, I don't know who's watching unless I see your comment. And I really like to interact. And I like to say hi to you too from time to time. So let's get into this video. And yeah, let's get into it. I'm going to start off with priming my eyelids as I always do with the Milani Eyeshadow Primer Potion. It's crazy because I've been filming in my room since I came back in January and I've had so many dark mornings. This is the first morning, as you can see, where the sun is up and my room's not like pitch black. I have my windows open this morning. It's actually kind of cool out, but I don't care because filming makes me hot anyways. And I love to be able to cozy up in a warm sweater that's actually necessary versus just like, because it's winter and you should wear a sweater. We've had up and down temperatures. Okay, so doing my eyes first. I've kind of started getting back into the habit of doing eyes first. My friend Jelena bought me this palette. It showed up in my mailbox. So here's a close-up of what this palette looks like. I cannot wait to dig into these two beautiful lid shades. This color here in the middle is a matte shade, and so is that cream. Now this one almost looks like it might be a little bit of a satin finish, but I'm going to attempt to use all of these shadows today so we can see what kind of look we can create here. It does come with a brush. This is kind of soft. It's just a very blunt, like straight cut brush, so I'm not sure how well that will work. This one looks like it actually might be a good one to pack some shadow onto the lid. So let's start off with this brush just to kind of see how it works. And I'm going to dig into the matte cream shade here. It's going to put that underneath my brow. I don't know, we're highlighting some hairs that need to be plucked. It's never ending. Okay, now I want to go into this Timeless shade because this color is really pretty. It's like a darker mauve-y, well, it appears to be. You can see we're picking up with this brush here, picking up some product. It's definitely like a LORAC shadow where there's a little bit of fallout, which doesn't bother me at all. Just tap my brush off and let's try the, okay, no. Nope. This brush, there's no give. Like, I'm trying to do this, and because it's so blunt, like everything's cut the same, it like, kind of like a broom where it just like, if it's not angled, it just kind of like moves around like this. Okay, I'm going to grab a MAC 217. This is the style of brush I really prefer for my crease anyways, where it's kind of, you know, like pinched, comes to, you know. I was drawn to this one because these lid shades, when I first opened up this palette when it came in the mail, they reminded me of the Natasha Denona, like just by looking at them. Metallic type shades. You know, they're super sparkly and I don't know, the texture looks like it's going to be really amazing. The story of how this palette came in my life is I went to my mailbox and there was a key, and that always means there's a package, and I'm like, oh no, like, did I accidentally order something, or what did I do? Like, you know, just panicking, like, oh crap, I ordered something I didn't want, because I know what I order and what's coming. And actually my first thought was like, oh, did I get PR? And I was like super excited. And then when I opened the box and I seen it was an Ulta box, my second thought was, oh, well, did I get some samples that, you know, like sometimes this has happened in the past where Ulta will send you a package, but they'll send the samples separate. I don't know why, but it's happened to me before. And so I'm like, well, gee, I haven't ordered from Ulta in a while. Like, what is in that box? And so there's no return address. So I'm like, well, what in the world did I like? Because this has happened too, where I'm up late, I'm watching a video, I put things in my cart. You like go all the way to checkout, but you don't hit place order kind of thing. You're like, I'm sleep deprived, or I'm tired, or I'm just like stress shopping. I should, you know, like pull back and really think about this until morning kind of thing. Wise advice. And so I opened it up in the car, because who can wait to, you know, open a makeup box. And inside, I saw this palette, and I'm like, I did not buy this. Who bought this for me? I was like, so I looked on the receipt, and I said it was my friend Jelena, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I call her right away. I said, you did not need to do this. But then, actually, I don't remember if that was the first question I asked her. I think my first question was, did you buy this too? Because you know, girlfriend, you like the same things. You buy something for her and you buy something for yourself, especially if it's something you both have been wanting kind of thing. Okay, this shadow is blending out really nice. I'm really happy with this so far. So I get it home. I have not, this is first impressions with you because I didn't even want to swatch this or touch this until I was sitting in front of the camera with you guys so that you can kind of see. I just think the authentic excitedness for something comes through. That was, I did not say that grammatically correct, but it comes through more when you yourself are experiencing it for the first time. But like these colors are my friend Jelena. And actually, Amy, I know you're probably watching this. This is kind of an Amy palette too. It's so interesting because like your friends, you know what they like. Like I know my friends' makeup taste. So like, let me zoom you in a little bit. What are you doing, Kitty Meow? I see you in there. You're not sneaking. You could get to know what your friends really like, which I think is so cool. So I'm just going to take a fluffy brush. This one you can't get anymore. Sephora discontinued it, but I really like the number Pro number 10. And I'm just going to take that cream shade and just kind of buff out with the sides like this. I really want to use this iconic shade. Now, I don't know if it's going to be better to use my finger or a brush. Let me just touch this. Oh, it's so, yes. This is giving me serious Natasha Denona vibes. Look at that color. Wow. It's actually really opaque too. It's not one of those shimmers where it's in a sheer kind of base. This is offering opacity. Now, I probably should have waited to do that color because now I'm going to, hopefully not to disturb the piece too much here, and I'm going to go in with the shade Undefiable. Now, this color is a little, I think it's a little bit more berry on the eyes than it appears to be in the pan. I really enjoy this brush because for my deeper set eyes, especially when I'm applying a darker shade like this, I can really get in there. I like how small this is. It's not too fluffy, but it's fluffy enough to blend, but yet still be able to apply color too. It's kind of a versatile little brush here. What did I say? Sigma E36 blending brush. I always feel like my eyeshadow looks super crazy until I get eyebrows on, but I assure you once I get eyebrows on, it makes so much more sense. Right now I'm going to dip my finger a little bit into the shade Unattached here, and I always like to do, like I like a light color on my lid, and then I like a deeper color out here to deepen things up, but I like to put a color in between those two to kind of like marry them together. I feel like it bridges the gap between the dark color and the light color. And it adds just a little bit more depth to the outer section of my eye. I've gotten back into the habit of curling my eyelashes, even if I'm going to put a pair of false lashes on. This just helps marry my lashes to the false lash so that it doesn't like stand out that, oh wow. This liner here from Pixi, and these are nice liners at the drugstore. The color is called Matte Mulberry, and this is their Endless Silky Eye Pen. I always do my upper waterline just because it helps give some, it gives the illusion that my lashes are much thicker and blacker. So I'm going to apply a little of my Chanel mascara here. So now I'm going to clean up underneath my eyes because there's a few sparkles that have fallen. And I was at Target, and Jelena told me that she loves this stuff, and because I was talking about, oh, I need to repurchase Bioderma. She's like, well, I use the simple micellar cleansing water, and this one is for sensitive skin. It's supposed to help with dehydrated dry skin, no artificial perfume or color, no harsh chemicals. I've used the, what is the other brand? It had first come out with the pink lid at the drugstore. I had used that, but I thought it was irritating my skin, so I got rid of it. Plus, it had some interesting ingredients that weren't necessarily good for you. So I'm just going to take a little cotton round here, saturate it, and clean up underneath here. I would have to say this palette is really pretty, and I haven't worn like these burgundy tones on a little bit, but it's really catching my eye. And I usually do, like I've been a fan of wearing false lashes for a few years. I think this Chanel mascara is really doing a good job today. I was going to apply these Pixi lashes, which I'm loving, the blowout, or not Pixi, Kiss lashes in the style, why can't I talk, Pixi. Anyway, they look like this. But I think I'm just going to let my natural lashes rock today. And I'm going to go ahead and prime my face here with the Ren Perfect Canvas, this like serum primer. I can't believe it. It's going to be in the 80s this weekend. Well, you're going to be seeing this after. And I was going to address that. I'm only doing, well, I guess by the time you see this video, this will have already happened. But I'm only doing videos on Tuesday and Saturday for the next couple weeks because I'm leaving town. And so I wanted to get a few videos up. But like I don't have time to pre-film like a whole bunch of stuff. But if I do one less video per week, then I can extend what I already have over 3 weeks. I don't want to give you Chelsea withdrawals again. That's so sweet that you guys were saying that. I mean, it's so interesting to me because, like, I'm just a regular old person, you know, sitting in my room talking to my camera, sharing things with you. And it's interesting how when you watch somebody, you almost feel like you develop this relationship with them. And with a lot of you, I have met you and I've, you know, it's just wonderful. And then others, I feel like I know you too because you always leave me comments and I know who you are, like as far as your comment or whatever, your username. And so it's just an interesting dynamic, this whole YouTube thing. All right, I'm going to go in with my beloved Physicians Formula Healthy Skin Foundation today. Mine, she's getting down there. She is almost gone. And I'm thinking I'm going to buy the next shade darker when this one is gone because this was a little light for me in the summertime, but it's perfect now. This is the shade LN3. This is not a cute look. Today I'm going to use my beauty blender to apply this. I sometimes use a brush, sometimes use a beauty blender, just really depends on, quite frankly, what's within arm's reach here. I see that they have a new healthy powder, and my friend Sherilyn brought the new healthy powder over, and I tried it. Now, I'd already applied powder that day, but I just kind of dusted it over, and it didn't add any visible, like, powdery look to the face. So I might need to give that a whirl, even though I already have so many powders. I'm not really a powder person. Like, I use it, but I don't, like, need a ton of it kind of thing. And that Charlotte Tilbury one, which I'm probably going to... No, I think I grabbed the Laura Mercier to use today. See, I have all these options. The Charlotte Tilbury one is pressed. The Physicians Formula one is as well. But, you know, maybe when I use one of them up in 4 years, I will consider the Physicians Formula one. Actually, that might be a good one just to keep in your purse, though, too, for touch-ups. Even though, honestly, I never touch my makeup up. I'll reapply my lipstick if I'm somewhere where I care. But most of the time, which is, you know, all the time, I don't touch my makeup up. But I don't go anywhere or go to events or dinner dates or even on a dinner date. Like, I'm with my husband. He doesn't care. I mean, he takes me out looking wretched all the time. Like, who am I trying to impress? All right, concealer. Cover FX Power Play is what I'm going to use today. I tend to rotate my makeup, like I don't use the same products every day. And that's solely because you know, we're curious. We buy more than one of a particular item. Unless it's like something holy grail. Okay, I just applied way too much of that. Where you don't want to use anything else because it's your favorite. But in that scenario, I declutter things I do not use. If I haven't used it in a long time, it goes. Because it takes up space in my drawer. And why keep stumbling over it if you're not even using it? You know, like knocking it out of the way, looking for something you really love. I like to keep things in my drawer that inspire me, things that I really like. Because I'm going to reach for those things over things that are just like, eh. Man, that Physicians Formula covers so well. I'm just so impressed. The Laura Mercier Translucent Powder, I don't go too heavy with powder. I really just like to set the areas that need it. Like today it's cooler, so I'm not expecting to get oily. And I don't really get oily with this Physicians Formula Foundation until it starts getting really hot and humid out. All right, I need to put some brows on so I can stop scaring the young ones. I don't know about you, but the fact that I can have my windows open and listen to birds singing is just, I'm so happy about it. I wish in Texas we had more days like this. where there was no humidity and you could just leave your windows open all day and let the cool breeze come in. But there's not too many of them, and I can assure you, whenever it feels like this, my windows are open. This morning it was 42 degrees out, and I'm like, perfect! Opened up the window, cooled her off in here, and that's because once the sun comes up and starts beating, it's going to be in the 70s today, so it really warms up. So I really love to take advantage of these cool mornings. See, I mean, what a difference a brow makes for me. It's just like the difference between looking really sick and sallow and looking alive. This is precisely why I don't have like a no makeup look, because I either wear makeup or I don't. Because in between, I need so much defining to make me look. How do I explain this? I'm sure there are those of you who are in that same boat with me. Like, when I'm natural, I look best natural. Because if I were to fill just my brows in, you know, it would look like I filled just my brows in. You know what I'm saying? So, if I had a natural brow and didn't have to mess with it, I mean, geez, that's like, be so easy to do a no makeup look. But I would look makeup. I look like I'm wearing makeup. I guess maybe that's what it is. So, to attempt not to would be a lot more work. So then I just figure, don't wear it, you know? Oh girl, my face is calling for some bronzer. Today we're going to use the NARS Laguna bronzer. I like this one. Oh yeah, that's nice. Just adds a nice subtle bronze. Okay, we're having a really real life moment here. I can't. It's killing me. Oh, freedom. I don't know, guys. I remember when I was, I don't know, teenager in high school, I was never, okay, if there's little kids, I was never without a bra. I couldn't. I slept in it. Like, I'm sure there's those of you who are like, yep, that was me too. And now, if I leave the house, of course I'm wearing one. But you'd be hard-pressed to find me wearing one in my home. This is just a day of my friend Jelena. She also bought me this blush. I think it was for Christmas one year. This is by Gucci, and it's Pink Camellia. This is one of my favorite shades. It's just a really pretty dusty rose color. It mimics a nice natural flush look to the cheek. You just cannot go wrong with this blush. They have other shades too. Like, depending on your skin tone, there's probably something that might suit you better. But man, for me, and it pairs so beautifully with this eyeshadow palette. I also sometimes like to run my blush. This is the trick I learned from Laura Geller on QVC. She like takes the blush and kind of runs it up into the bronzer too. Well, especially because her bronzer has that like reddy undertone in it too, so it just kind of already looks a little bit more, I don't know what the word is. I can't think of words. In my mind, I have these super intelligent conversations with people, and then when it comes time to actually use those words, they leave me. No idea. I'm kind of liking this fresh under eye look, but I know I need to do a little something, so I'm going to take a smudge brush, E21 from Sigma, really tiny little brush. And I think I'm going to dig into this color, and then I'm going to go underneath it with this color. Okay, I have things I need to be talking about here. I feel like I haven't talked about Netflix shows that I'm watching, but one that is completely inspired me, and I took a lot away from the show. I learned a lot of things that made me a more confident cook, and it's called Salt, Fat, Acid, and Heat. And she is a chef. It's a 4-episode situation. She's a chef, and she basically, in each episode, breaks down those 4 topics: salt, fat, acid, and heat. And those are the 4 things that you need in a dish to make it amazing. Just those 4 things. You don't need to make it, you know, like crazy, all this. It doesn't have to be difficult. In fact, some of the most beautiful, inspiring, delicious, pleasing things to look at, my family raved about dishes, were very simple, simply enhancing food's natural characteristics. Okay, I'm going to brighten up my inner corner with just a little bit of this matte, maybe take a little bit of this Iconic. Anyway, so I learned a lot from the show. I definitely recommend watching it. You're going to make a grocery list while watching it for sure if you're anything like me. or you'll just feel inspired. And I think knowledge, like knowing what to do, there's a sense of freedom in that. There's a sense of power in that. There's a sense of excitement and just feeling inspired when you know what you're doing versus when you feel like you're just blundering around, trying to follow a recipe, your phone times out, your phone gets full of grease, like you just don't know what you're doing, you're already feeling overwhelmed. But I think she really breaks it down and she will make you feel confident in at least trying something, you know, trying something new. Like for the first time ever in my life, I bought beans dry in a bag and used those instead of canned. And I've always just bought them in a can because it's already cooked. Oh, but man, I had no idea how much flavor I was missing out on because I wasn't making my own beans. And it's not even complex. You just have to kind of know in advance that you're going to use them so you can soak them overnight. Now, when you soak them overnight, don't forget they grow 3 times in size. So like a cup of beans grows 3 times in size in the pot. So you want to make sure there's enough water in it. But did you know that you needed to add baking soda to the water to make the water, did she say, I think less acidic, more alkaline? All I know is that baking soda and some salt, oh man, the beans were so creamy. They were so delicious. And I'm not even someone who's like, ooh, I can't wait to eat beans. Like, that's not me. But those white beans on top of that grill, or it was like a roasted vegetable salad. I made like a red wine vinaigrette, some feta cheese. Guys, I'm telling you, delicious. I have not used this highlighter in a while, so I'm going to use Becca Opal today. This is the first Becca highlighter I had bought. In fact, I don't even know if, well, I think they had Moonstone out too. But for some reason, I gravitated towards this Opal, which has a little bit more of a beigey quality to it. Whereas Moonstone has more of a lifting quality. It's lighter. Okay. Now, in my last Get Ready With Me, well, recently, the one where I used the Kevyn Aucoin foundation, I had shown you some new lipsticks I found by Maybelline. So I used the lighter color that I had bought, the Pink For Me one. This one's called Plum For Me. It's by Maybelline. So the concept behind this lipstick line, this is their Color Sensational line, but they curated lipstick shades that are made for all women, all skin tones, all skin undertones, like basically shades that should look good on every single person. So I think the concept is great. So before I go in with the color, I'm going to line my lips here with the shade Absolutely It. This is a MAC Pro Longwear lip liner. This color is beautiful. I can see this looking absolutely fantastic on everybody. I bought this shade because in the little display, this was the color everybody was wearing, and I was like, oh my gosh, it really does look amazing on everyone. So give this color a go. This is Plum For Me. I was going to include a little outfit of the day, but my lower half didn't want to wear the rest of my outfit, so my upper half, I just have on a cute little gray cardigan sweater here from, it's a little low. So we'll just do this. It's a little gray cardigan sweater from H&M. This is one of those tank tops from Nordstrom. They always put them out in different colors, different patterns. It's just a really pretty one. It's got lace. It is a little bit lower cut, so maybe perhaps, you know, if you're not into that, then definitely skip this. But I usually put like a little brooch there to just kind of like tie it up because I like this lacy effect. And I don't know, it's a really beautiful, beautiful tank top. And my earrings are Kendra Scott. These are those ones, let's see if we can zoom you in here a little bit, that they have like a shift of like pink and blue and green. They're just overall really pretty. Hey, if your shadows ever needs to be blended, honestly, the warmth of your fingers kind of helps blend. But anyways, these are called the Tessa studs, and these are like multicolored iridescent, absolutely stunning. And I already showed you the Illamasqua Harem nail polish is gorgeous. So thank you guys so much for watching. This was so much fun. I'm glad I decided to sit down here today and do a get ready with you. There's going to be a lot of these on my channel this year because I really want to use what I have. I have a lot of makeup and I just want to use what I have and enjoy it. And my what I enjoy the most about having a channel is getting to meet you, and as far as videos are concerned, it's this. It's me sharing my current inspirations, sharing little stories, tiddly bits, just doing life together, and I think that's really important, and that's what I want to stay true to here on my channel. Stay true to me, be authentic, be real, throw your bra off halfway through the video, like, just be myself completely, and just to be able to have that interaction with you guys, and from the feedback that I get, you love these too. And so I'm going to continue to do it because this is the passion that I really have. Yes, I love makeup, but I really love to just interact and chat. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will chat again soon. Bye.